In trying to tear itself away from the European Union, Britain has been tearing itself apart. Absorbed for months in a political drama that just won't let up. Preparations for today's episode started early. The Prime Minister vowing to fight the challengers within her own party.
I will contest that vote with everything I've got.
By stepping up to lead a disunited kingdom, Theresa May took on an enormous job. Improbably, she survived. A disastrous election, awkward negotiations, and now in the final bumpy stages of steering Britain through Brexit, an attempted coup.
We will therefore defer the vote.
It came together after May blinked earlier this week when it was clear her Brexit plan would be widely rejected in Parliament. 48 MPs submitted letters to oust her.
But I felt it was time for a new leader.
The challenge unleashed an uproar in Parliament today. Ahead of the confidence vote, as added incentive for those who were hesitating, May vowed to step down before the next election.
The parliamentary party does have confidence.
200 MPs voted to stand by her.
Whilst I'm grateful for that support, a significant number of colleagues did cast a vote against me, and I've listened to what they said.
So while the mini-civil war is over, the insurgency lives on.
The Prime Minister must realise that under all constitutional norms, she ought to go and see the Queen urgently and resign.
But with the vote behind her, May goes back to Brexit business, its uncertainty as well as its dangers.
Will she now put this deal before Parliament and halt this escalating crisis?
With the help of those Tory rebels, her Brexit plan may still be defeated.
It may well be that when the vote arrives in the House of Commons, whenever that may be, in whatever form that takes, she may find it increasingly difficult to bring those people on side.
So, as the political drama gripping this country shifts away from one cliff's edge, it could well be making its way straight towards another. This day no doubt leaves Theresa May weaker and closer to being out that door. The continuing uncertainty will keep her distracted as leader, but it's become a familiar posture. Nala Ayed, CBC News, London.
So she may have survived a no-confidence vote, but Theresa May has no time to waste. That Brexit clock just keeps on ticking. So let's sketch out what could happen now. So the next step for May, get enough votes to pass a deal by the January 21st deadline. That means ringing concessions from Brussels, MPs opposed at home, or both. And they may decide they have no choice given the alternative, which is no deal. It's entirely possible the clock runs out. May puts a deal to a vote and it dies. And on March 29th, Britain staggers out of the EU. Trade and transport barriers slam into place. Markets swoon, unemployment soars. Fair to say no one wants that. Of course, the UK could ask for more time, but the other 27 EU members would need to agree, and publicly at least, they're not keen. There is another way, though it's unlikely as long as Theresa May is Prime Minister, a so-called people's vote, a second referendum to go with an existing deal or to stay in the EU after all. Like all this never happened.